Hey, what's going on again, you beautiful souls? Welcome to Truthseeker Nation, where we're seeking the truth in midst of adversity. I just wanted to come on again. We've been coming on a lot lately, and we've been having a lot of truth to speak here. And yesterday I did a video kind of touching on, my experience with religion and, certain, individuals and just kind of talking about how how fear how how people use fear and how they fearmonger to control individuals, right? And today's topic is going to be a little hefty. I may get into some deep stuff here, but how we roll here on Truthseeker Nation is we speak the truth as it is, and we call it as is. Okay. So, one of the things that I'm going to get off my chest immediately right off the bat is how dangerous that narcissistic abuse is, and how important it is to guard yourself from such individuals. And a lot of people, innocent souls that have undergone this type of abuse, they feel like they can't speak out. And it kind of piggybacks off of what I was saying yesterday about the fear mongering, okay? And here on Truthseeker Nation, we're being the voice of the voiceless, okay? Getting our voice out and getting it heard. And no matter what kind of individuals, snarky ass individuals, want to get all salty, that's fine. Let them stay over there. And the individuals that need to hear this message, and I hope that you can take some positivity from this message and hear that you're not the only one that has gone through this experience. And more people need to speak up on this type of thing, because a lot of these individuals that have undergone horrific mental abuse, that have been abused mentally, and these people don't even these people that are being abused don't even deserve this. Okay, there are these individuals want to instill fear into you so that you will never speak out. You will never speak out about your experiences. And you know what? It comes back to what I was saying yesterday about individuals with money and power that think that money rules the world and think that money makes the world go around. Well, let me tell you something right now. The truth makes the world go around. And individuals that aren't ready to hear the truth and can't handle the truth don't need to be around. Oh, I'm just going to be real with you, okay? And individuals that want to sit around and lie and want to try to use fear as a manipulation tactic. And all too often what happens is these narcissistic individuals, they're so evil-minded that these victims that they will go and abuse, they will do some of the most evilest, unhumane things to these people. People that don't even deserve this. People that don't even deserve... Nobody deserves to be abused, okay? Period. Nobody deserves to be abused, okay? But what these individuals will go through the lengths of doing is they will try to get any and all kind of dirt on you, okay? To try and cover their tracks, okay? To try and cover their tracks because they're thinking they're slick, okay? And I'm gonna tell you right now, you're not slick. What it is that the ground is so slick and you're falling right on your ass, and your ass is shown to the whole world because everybody is seeing how fucking stupid that you are from trying to hide all this information, hide the truth, try to, and here's the thing, guys. One thing that you got to realize with narcissistic abuse is some of the gaslighting that goes on, okay? And I'm going to explain to you 100% why these individuals gaslight, all right? So All too often, you see what happens if you try to confront your abuser. All they're going to do is gaslight you. They're going to say, oh yeah, I never did that, or I never did that. It's just all in your head. And the whole point behind gaslighting, guys, is gaslighting is an attempt to make you feel like you're crazy, okay? Make you feel like that you saw something, but they am trying to convince you that you didn't. So it's almost like me trying to say that I'm standing right in front of you, and I'm walking through the door. You literally see me walking through the door, and I literally turn around and say, I didn't walk through the door. What are you doing? What's going on with you? Are you crazy? What are you? Are you in the same universe? See? And this is where it all starts. It's the gaslighting. It's all part of the narcissistic abuse, guys. It's all a part of narcissistic abuse. Okay? And let me tell you another reason why these individuals gaslight. Okay, one, it's another psychological manipulation tactic, and the most prominent reason is because they're cowards. Okay, they're cowards because they can't face their own reality, and they can't fathom the fact that you stand up to them. So they have to come up with any kind of cowardice kind of way to hide behind the wall or hide behind the glass. You know, they're spineless toads, if you want me to be real with you. Okay. Toads with no spine, okay, because they don't have the balls to, you know, just be honest and face the music, okay? And that's what needs to be faced with a lot of these individuals. And I'm going to be right now. See, now I'm going to be real, guys. I have been under a lot of spiritual warfare, okay? These individuals that want to try to send any kind of negative energy my way or any kind of, you know, negativity, attacking my throat chakra, you know, or attacking my crown or anything like that. It's not going to work here, guys, okay? The truth is going to get out regardless of whether you like it or not. That's what we do here on Truthseeker Nation, is we're the voice of the voiceless, okay? So let me tell you, all right. So, and it's funny because now everything is starting, there's a whole bunch of distractions trying to distract me from getting the message out, all right? But check it out. This ain't going to work, okay? The thing is, what you guys got to be careful of narcissistic abuse. Narcissistic abuse can fuck you up, okay? And I just want you guys to know that you are heard, okay? The abuse that you went through was not in your head, okay? What you were thinking and what you thought was going on, you thought you felt some shady shit going on, and you thought you thought that you were seeing something, but you weren't sure of what that person was doing. That's what they were doing. They were doing it. Okay? And it's all part of the psychological manipulation. It's all a part of the sick individual's games. Okay? And this is what they want their victims to. They want their victims to be in a loop, okay? They want them to be in a loop and thinking that what they've experienced was crazy, or thinking that, trying to get individuals to believe a false narrative, okay? And let me tell you something, guys. Once those false narratives are broken down and chewed up and spit out, these individuals don't have any leg to stand on. As soon as you see that you're not a victim, and as soon as you see that you're standing up to their bullshit, they don't have a leg to stand on, because these guys are cowards, okay? Any one of these narcissistic abuse individuals, once you dissect everything that they're doing to you, and once you dial everything down, and once they are sat down, they don't have any leg to stand on, okay? The only leg that these individuals have to stand on is gaslighting, or, oh, I didn't do that, or I didn't do this, or I didn't do that. Let me tell you something, and I'm going to be real with you, because we all know that Father's real, okay? And I'm going to be honest with you guys. If you don't go ahead and face the music, and you don't go ahead and just admit the reality and admit what you did, because you know what you did, nothing is ever, you're always going to be in this loop on yourselves, and you're only doing this to yourselves. You have free will, all right? You have free will. You have the choice to continuously abuse individuals, and even though it's not a good thing. It's a very evil thing. Okay, any type of abuse. Okay, if you have it in your heart to abuse somebody, you need to take a step back, and really need to look, really need to get jumped in the right direction. Okay. And that's not just narcissistic abuse, okay? Any kind of abuse, any kind of mental abuse or physical abuse, animal abuse, any kind of abuse in general is a no-go here, okay? It's a no-go. We're not going to be having that here, okay? Absolutely not, all right? There's going to be no gaslighting. You can gaslight all you want, but just remember that gaslighting is all in your head, all right? The gaslighting that you're attempting to do on somebody else, that's all just your phony ass attempt to try and go into this fantasy realm that doesn't exist. All right. So you have the free will and choice to stay in reality, or you can continue in gaslight fantasy land where you fucking have getting gas poured all over you all fucking day. Okay. I'm gonna be real with you guys, and excuse the language. This is not. Here at Truthseeker Nation, we call it how it is, all right? We call it how it is. And, I'm all about bringing positivity, guys, but I'm also about bringing you the truth. And I'm also about being the voice of the voiceless, okay? Because there's a lot of voices that are not, there's a lot of voices out in this world that are voiceless because they get suppressed. They have been fear-mongered, and these individuals will use fear to get their abuse victims to submit to their will and be terrified of speaking out. But let me tell you something, guys. Here on Truthseeker Nation, there's none of that bullshit here. There's none of that scared to be speaking out. There's none of that, okay? And we're gonna tell you this right now. All right. If you got any individual that's out there abusing any kind of living creature of any kind, or any living soul, please take a step back and look within, okay? Look at what you're doing, all right? Because let me tell you something. Abuse is not going to get you anywhere. You can do all kinds of abuse all you think you want. You can try to get ahead or get more money, okay? Get more money all you want, all right? But it's not going to get you anywhere, guys. It's not going to get you anywhere, all right? All these innocent victims that you've, abused and run into the ground, all of these abuse victims, all of these victims that you just tried to run into the ground, you know what you did, okay? You know what you did, all right? And you know what? When it's time to face the music, you better be ready to face it. Because the music ain't getting turned down. Because that shit ain't going to be too loud. That shit's going to be so loud that the whole world is going to see. And the whole world is going to hear it. All right? The whole world is going to be able to hear it. To the point where Marty and Back to the Future, those stereos are going to blow up on a grand scale. Because everybody's going to know about it. And everybody's gonna, all that dirty laundry that you've done and to abuse someone and try to get them to submit to their will is not gonna fly here, homie. It's not gonna fly. All right. So make sure you take note of this, guys, and just know that you're not the only one. Okay. It's time for us to start standing up to these abusers. Okay. It's time to start standing up to these abusers. And start putting these abusers in their place, and letting these abusers know that they don't have any power here. Okay, we need to let them know who's in charge and who's in power. All right. No more of this pussyfooting around. No more of this dancing around trying to hide from our abusers and everything. No, absolutely not. This is the same reason why individuals are standing up to P. Diddy. Because I'm not going to go there. I was going to say he's a piece of shit. But we all know what's going on there. We all know what's going on behind the scenes. We all know what he's done to individuals behind the scenes. I'm sorry, guys. We just call it how we see it. All right? That's why you got all these individuals standing up to these individuals that thought that they had power. All right. And let me tell you something. The divine is a beautiful thing, and how the divine works is beautifully orchestrated. All right. It's beautifully orchestrated, because the divine doesn't work in the way you think it works, and it doesn't work on your time frame. Okay. The divine works when it wants to work and whenever it needs to work. All right. And the divine, everything is going to be exposed. All right. Whether you guys believe it or not, everything is going to be exposed. And this is why there are so many people. And you notice in the laws, you notice how many lawsuits that Diddy is going through right now. You notice how many people are speaking out. Guys, these abusers don't have any power. Okay. These narcissistic abusers that want to go around thinking that they have all the power in the world and thinking that they're hot shit. No, guys. Let's let our voices be heard. Let's be the voice of the voiceless here at Truthseeker Nation. All right? And guys, I haven't even went really into detail about my experience. I can just tell you a few things that I have experienced. But you know what? These abusers don't have a victim. You know why? Because we're speaking out and we're speaking the truth. They don't have any power here. The only thing that these individuals can do is play these little, pussyfooting around mind games, okay? This is why they go around doing these psychological manipulation tactics. Because they know that they have no power. They know that that's the only way that they can do to try to get somebody to, think that they're crazy or do all this other kind of stuff, okay? And let me tell you something too. These individuals that go around puffing their chest out, oh, I know martial arts and I do all this and that. And let me tell you something, guys. All you need to see there, and that shit can get shut down immediately. You just look at David and Goliath, okay? You don't even need to see anything there. And I'm going to tell you guys right now, all this pumping your chest out in this physical 3D realm and all these showing big muscles, thinking that you're going to beat somebody up. Let me tell you something right now. If you have that mentality, you will be sat down immediately. Okay? Because let me tell you something. The battles are all fought in the spiritual realm. Okay? Whether you believe it or not, battles are fought in the spiritual realm. Okay? And if you don't have the spiritual willpower, if you don't have the strength to put out what you're putting out, then that's on you. If you want somebody, if you're over here praying for somebody's downfall, or if you're hoping that something bad happens to this person, if you're abusing someone and you're wanting to, oh, I wish that this happens to them, you better be ready to take what you're trying to dish out. Period. Okay? And there may be some people that don't like what I'm saying, or think that I'm all erratic or this and that. You can think what you want. Free will's a beautiful thing. But I am going to continue being the voice of the voiceless, and all these individuals, these innocent people that have been abused, and they can't even speak out. And they're going through, and they're suffering every day because of it. These individuals that go and abuse people, don't think about the families that these people have. They don't view life in the same way. Okay? And this is why I'm coming across so heavy in this video, because I'm trying to get this point across, guys, that we don't have to put up with this shit anymore. We don't have to put up with our abuse. We don't have to put up with these abusers. It's time to get it. It's time to rock and roll and drive far, far away and just live our best life. Don't let any of that negativity get you, because guess what? As soon as these abusers see that you're not even fazed by anything they're doing, and they see that you're smiling and still uplifting individuals, that's all you need to do. And you don't even need to be worried about nothing else. Once these abusers see that, they don't have a leg to stand on, because they're cowards. They're cowards. Cowards that need to heal. Okay? As much as I'm calling them cowards, as much as as much as narcissistic abuse is not okay, these are unhealed individuals. And we need to straight up pray for them. And I'm talking really pray for them. Pray that they get well. Pray that they find the healing that they need. Because at the end of the day, these abusers, they've been abused as well. They've been abused. It had to come from somewhere. These abusers are shaped by their experiences. So they've been abused and they just continue on the tradition. Because they have chosen with their free will to not heal. To not heal from the trauma that has led them to start abusing and projecting trauma onto other innocent individuals. Guys, take heed of what I'm saying. Okay? These abusers will try every avenue, every kind of avenue, to try and silence you. And let me give you a heart to heart here. Beautiful soul on the other end of the screen, if you're hearing this message, and you'll know if this message is for you, you wonderful, beautiful soul. You are so loved, and remember that your voice matters. You don't have to put up with your abuse anymore. Okay? Walk away. Cut the cord. Block some individuals. You don't need to deal with that. Absolutely not. It's time for us individuals to make a stand. And that's what we're starting here at Truthseeker Nation. We're making a stand because we're seeking the truth in the midst of adversity. Because no matter what, anybody and all these individuals will come at you from any kind of angle. Try to get you to feel, try to get you to feel any kind of way to keep you from speaking out. But that's not going to happen. Not on the new earth. Not on this new earth. It's not happening. Time for us to take a stand and speak our truths. Speak our truths. And what we've experienced. You could definitely expect some more truth speaking from yours truly. Because we ain't going nowhere. We're here to stay on this beautiful new earth. And these individuals that are going around perpetuating hatred, trying to do all these evil, heinous things and refusing to heal, they don't have a place here on this new earth. Just being real with you. Guys, if you are a real one, you'll vibe with what I'm saying, alright? Because the certain soul that I'm speaking to behind this screen is one that has been through a lot. Okay? And I'm not talking to you at all. I am being a voice of the voiceless. Okay? And if I could inspire another soul to speak their truth and speak out against some of the abuse that they speak out against some of the abuse that they went through, I'm more than happy to do so. And you know that I love you. You know that I love you behind the screen. The one that needs to hear this message. Guys, it may seem like I'm coming across heavy in this video, but I'm driving home a point here. Alright? And sometimes the ones that speak the harshest truths are the ones with the biggest heart. Alright? Because you don't know what that person has been through. Okay? You don't. You don't know what the person's been through. And just remember that, alright? Just remember that before you judge a book by its cover. All I implore you, and that's all I'm doing, is sparking that brain. Speak out against your abuse, guys. Speak out against it. Because you know what you went through. Don't let anybody try to tell you otherwise. This is a positive message to start off the day. Hopefully to drive someone to speak out against their abusers and take a stand and walk away. Because you know what? You don't need that in your life. You don't need any kind of abuse in your life. You don't need any of that. All you need is that positive, loving energy that's going to carry you so far. So wonderfully far. Just keep in mind what I'm saying, guys. I'm going to end that here and drop this on you. And I hope you guys have a wonderful start to the day today. Okay? Continue going strong. Continue striving towards your goals. Just continue being the beautiful soul that you are and that you were created to be. This is Truthseeker. Signing off, Truthseeker Nation. Hope you guys have a wonderful day, wonderful week, and may God bless you. This is Truthseeker, signing off. Love y'all. Bye-bye.